'cause it's a spiritual war.
Hello, and welcome to another episode of A Few Minutes with Marvin. I inspire those who aspire to make positive changes in their lives. And in this video, I really want to touch on um, the war that's going on now. And a lot of you may not even believe that there is a war, because right now there's no there's no action out there, right? There's no bombing. There's no countries coming together to form, you know, uh, unions against any other country. It's not the type of war I'm referring to. The type of war that's going on right now is a spiritual war. What is a spiritual war? Spiritual war is about taking back our freedoms that we didn't even know that we had lost, because we've been under the guise that we're free to do whatever we want here in the United States and abroad, anywhere you want. And the fact is, that's far from true. And it's time. It's time that everybody starts realizing that we're in a very critical point in our time, a time where we have to start taking back our sovereignty and really, really realizing that this world is an illusion. Things have been happening here for so long that we don't know what's true and what's not true anymore. It's hard to decipher what's right, what's wrong, and as you know me, I don't give any credence to either of that. That's duality. There is no right, there is no wrong, there just is. However, we have to see everything. We have to see everything. We can't sit in our homes and wait for somebody to make a decision for us anymore about our lives, about what we can do, what we can't do, who we can go visit, whether we need this or that to get into a restaurant or an airplane. I mean, you know, it's critical. We're at a critical mass, and here's what needs to be done in order for us to move forward. And it's first you have to realize that we have been deceived, and through everything. The television is deceiving us. It's programming. The mainstream media has got a narrative. If you can't see that clearly right now, then you're not looking hard enough, because they're putting it out there. They're not hiding anything. But if you don't read between the lines and you just take what you're being told as gospel, as truth, you're giving somebody else the opportunity to really control you and who you are and what you do and what you're capable of doing. And we can't allow that anymore. And that's part of being spiritual. Spirituality isn't a cult, isn't a religion. It's you. It's going within you and figuring out, is this the right thing for me? Is what I'm being told right for me and my family? And if it's not, then it's time for you to start digging deeper. I mean, I'm talking about going into your heart, soul, to really figure out what it is that does resonate with you. We've been led to believe that our currency system is infallible, and look at what's happening right now. The inflation's out of control. Our money's worth nothing. Our dollar's worth nothing, yet we put so much importance to that dollar. Why? Who told us to do that? Somebody did. Somewhere along the line, somebody told us that money was important, that you had to work, 40 hours a week. If you're lucky, now it's 60 to 70 hours a week. And we should be okay with that, because you have to pay your bills, and you got to pay your high rents, and you have to live in your white picket fence house and live that life, somebody else's dream. And I've spoken about this in many of my videos, but it's really time now that that this is not going away. Things are happening out there because there's a certain group out there that those secret society groups that are losing control, and they don't want to lose control. They don't want us to critically think. They don't want us to stand on our own 2 feet. They don't want us to know that we don't have to depend on them or a dollar bill or coins to make us who we are, to bring us wealth. We are wealthy. We've always been wealthy. Wealth is way more than the dollar, or the Deutschmark or the euro or whatever currency you use. Wealth is family, your life, a career that's a passion instead of something that you dread to go to only because you have to pay bills. It's peace, it's calm, it's unity, it's not separation. And it's time for us to really come to embrace that and to know that we can take back our lives now, and we don't have to rely on the government. We don't have to rely on the narrative that anybody else is feeding us. We do what we can. We do what we can for others and for ourselves to help each other. It's time that we all come back together as one happy family. That's what we're meant to do here. We're not supposed to be separate from each other. We're not supposed to say I'm better than you. There's no competition. All of that is a ruse to keep you in low frequency and low vibrations. And that's what the spiritual war is. It's a war for your soul. And we're more powerful than we've ever been led to believe. We really are. One of the greatest presidents of the United States ever tried to put an end to this. He saw what was really going on. He knows that the CIA, is behind a lot of the things that are going on in this world, and that, we're bankrolling wars that don't need to exist. And it's not about Republican or Democrat. It has nothing to do with that. Politicians are bought and sold every day, and we're giving them the power to do so. It's time to take our power back, but we need to go within first. We need to find out what it is that we really, truly believe in, and hold that thought, hold that power, but positive, because the spiritual war has been going on for a few years now. COVID was the start of it, but it's gone on way before that. Whether you notice it or not, there's a lot of people awakening. And you're saying awakening to what? Awakening to spirituality, awakening to their freedom, to their sovereignty, to not being controlled any longer, or ruled, or being told what we can or can't do. That's communism. We don't want communism in the United States or anywhere, as a matter of fact. So this is a video that's been a long time in coming. It's not just what I believe, it's what's truth out there, and you can find out your own truth, and I encourage you to do so. Just start asking questions. Even Alexa is giving answers right now that you're not going to believe, because again, the wool has been pulled over your eyes, over all of our eyes. It's time to see what's true, feel what's truth, especially feel it in your heart and your soul, and do what's best for you and your family. Don't do it because you're being told to, or you're expected to, or it's the right thing to do for your country. Yes, it's nice to have patriotism, but we can't let that rule who we are and what we believe. We're a free country. We're a free nation. Start acting like it, folks, because our freedoms have been taken away and we don't even know it. So we're in a spiritual war right now. There's factors out there vying for your soul, and they're winning. So what can you do about it? Turn off the television. I've said it many times. It's programming. It's asking you to stay tuned to what they want you to believe. And now the mainstream media is part of it, and they're not our friends. Sorry to say that. I don't have enemies, but I see the truth. You have to start seeing the truth, the real truth, and take action. Well, how do you take action, you say? I've been through a couple of states now on my journeys, and one state in particular, New Mexico. I went through there, and the energies were so heavy because everybody's just masked up and listening to what they're told, and they can't go here, they can't go there. There's no freedom. There's no freedom. And that's happening in a lot of the big cities, especially New York and California. We don't have to allow this, and it's not wrong for us to have our own thoughts and believe that we have our own immune systems, that we can take care of ourselves, and those with compromised immune systems need to take better care of themselves and we can help them do that. But they have to want to do it too. We can't. We want to help everybody, but if people aren't willing to see it for themselves and to really come into their own truths and stop being led, um, and stop believing that they need assistance. Assistance is good, but it should only be temporary. And there's lots of people out there that can help you, but you have to be willing to help yourself first and do the work. That's where we win this spiritual war. So really start believing in yourself, believing that you can, and stop listening to other people that are leading you down the road. And some of those people don't even know that they are being led down a certain road either. So use your own discernment. Follow your heart, follow your mind, follow your soul, and don't follow anybody else, because that's what's leading us to lose. We've been losing for thousands of years. Now it's time for us to win again. And it's not going to happen today or tomorrow. It's going to happen in a couple of years, 2 or 3 years. We didn't get to this point over the last couple of years. It's been 100 years in the making, easily. And it's been very, very calculated and planned. And again, you don't have to believe me. You can do your own research, and I encourage you to do so. So, please, it's time to take your sovereignty back and know that we are in a spiritual war. It's one that we're winning right now, but we need your help. We need your help to win this battle, right? It's not about guns or ammunition or tanks or anything. It's about your frequency. Elevate your frequency. Elevate your life. We can win the spiritual war if everybody elevates their frequency and just starts acting positive to each other, helping each other, and being one instead of separate. Regardless of race, color, creed, gender, that doesn't matter. None of that matters. It doesn't matter. Please, you've been indoctrinated if you believe that you're a lesser human being than anybody else, regardless of your race, color, creed, sex. That doesn't matter. So it's not going to be easy. I encourage you to dig deep and really, really, start seeing things for what they are. The more you see the truths, even if they look evil to you, just know that they're there. You don't have to engage in them anymore, but know that they're there so that you can avoid them and start really living your true life, positive life, of happiness and peace and joy. So down below is the link to my website. If you have issues with this, if you start seeing the truth and you don't know how to handle it, and you're having issues with keeping your frequency high, give me a shout. I'd love to help you get through it. I am a transformational life coach. I'm spiritually based, and it'd be my honor to walk you through it through a 30-minute free decompression session. So if you like the contents of this video, please give it a thumbs up, share it, leave a comment, and subscribe to my channel for more content like this. It's time we all wake up, folks. Start seeing the truth for what it is. It's not pretty in some cases, but we don't have to give it our energy anymore, and we don't have to be slaves to the system anymore. So take back your freedom, take back your sovereignty, live your life, not somebody else's, and have an amazing day.